Hey there, want to spend less time pulling weeds? Check out Soil Shield by Modern Grower. It's the pre-cut landscape fabric solution to help you drastically reduce weed pressure. Just roll it out, staple it down, and plant. Then let it do the work for you. Say goodbye to endless weeding and hello to more free time. Plus, it's high quality, durable, and will last for years, saving you time and money in the long run. It's available in a variety of row and hole spacings to accommodate all the crops that vegetable farmers grow. Learn more about Soil Shield landscape fabric at shop.moderngrower.co or using the link below. If I walked around your farmer's market, what do you think is attracting me to your booth? You have this visual display. What do you think you're doing differently to bring in some of these new customers?
I think we're stacking. First of all, like I said, it's vertical. We have Joe built rolling on casters. What are they made out of? Fence panels that have each stack. There's 4 of them that have the panels across the front, so it looks like shiplap almost. And then they've got 6 big cubbies in the top. We have shelving that we can add on. So it's very modular, but it's eye level. Like the lowest product we have is at waist height, and we mix and match the different colorings. Like I said, all of our packaging is standardized. We have the clamshells or the 1-pound bags, or we have the little gusseted bags for some of our bulk roots and peppers and things. It just looks like it's very clean. We take a lot of care with our wash and pack. The things we've learned from Ray and JM and all those about making stack it high, watch it fly. It works.
And I think just to add on to that, that's a constant thought process for me is exactly what you asked. What are they seeing? And to me, what's going to draw me into a stall at a farmer's market is if I'm 10, 20 steps away from the stall, I'm not near enough to see what's in the stall. If I can see it from that distance and I can see the product from a distance, it's more likely to draw me in. Whereas opposed to if I'm walking right next to a stall and it's got a table and there's people in there already, it may be blocking partial views. I don't really get a good sense of what's there from a distance, whether that distance is small or big. I think what differentiates us at the market physically is being able to see what we have from a distance.
Yeah. And the signage, Joe and I, I'm the creative. So our initial signs had a real fun font. And they were kind of curly Q, and they had different ideas on how to use things. And they were printed and laminated at 3x5 size, but it was too much. And so now we've gotten down to where, we have laminated little pieces of paper, but they're clipped on every single cubby. If we have multiple heads of lettuce of different varieties, every single cubby of lettuce has the sign, because people don't know still. It's the less questions they have, the better. Joe gets on to me all the time because I want to mix gold beets and red beets. And he's that, how do you categorize that? And I'm like, I don't know, but I wouldn't care. And he's, you're not normal. So he's very good about keeping me streamlined.
Sure. And along the lines of streamlining, this is something that's came up in another conversation I have. What goes on the tag? There's lettuce, $3 a head. And then there's lettuce, or then there's Muir lettuce, locally raised, no spray, $3 a head, great as a salad. Like, wherever you find that balance of...
That's where we started off. Like you said, we started off with every product. Again, before this season's iteration of our display, we had a little bit more space to play with between, let's say, the space that the product is in and, let's say, the tops or sides. But we would have a large 4x6 or 5x8 size card, whatever it was. And just like you mentioned, had our logo, had the variety of the crop.
Had our CNG label.
Had way more information that was pertinent to the customer. If it's good information, thinking behaviorally as a customer, I want to know what it is. I can already see, unless I'm not sure, then I can see the name on a small card. So we went from 5x8 card to a 1/2-inch by 4-inch card.
And that part of that was because with our other cards, we had them for the first couple markets with this display, and it just blocked too much of the product. They were too big. I think the openings, we have the 6 openings, I think they're 17 by 17. And that was strategically done to make sure that it could fit the clamshell stacked up. But they're so flexible too, where he put in bracing on the halfway points of the cubby up the sides, so that I can slip in slats to make them half size. So things like
Yeah.
scallions, or if I don't have a whole lot of something, I can break that 7x7 or 17x17 in half. And I have two different products there. So having a 3x5 card covering up half of that space just wasn't practical.
So if the decision for us to say less information on a price card was an opportunity for us to be aware of what's going on with the customers that are in our stall and engage with them. If it looks like you see a customer and you're like, ooh, and what is that? Or not sure about something, it's always an opportunity for us to say, that is such and such a variety of lettuce, or have you ever tried that before? Or this is how you would prepare that. So it's just another opportunity, taking out a little piece of the information that maybe isn't as pertinent to a customer. Let's say it's a head of lettuce. Okay, but what kind? Let me talk to you about that.
Yeah.
Hello, growers. Looking to turn your homestead into a profitable business? Or are you a farmer looking to boost your sales? Check out my book, Sell Everything You Grow. This book is the ultimate guide to choosing the right farm business model that fits your farm, time, and location. Discover which model has the highest profit margins and why diversification is so important. Whether you're selling apples, vegetables, or microgreens, Sell Everything You Grow will help you find your first market or expand into new ones. Get Sell Everything You Grow on Amazon and start selling more today.